Hi guys, as you can see, I have a different background today. This is because I am home from my semester 1 break, and that means I am supposed to be giving you guys a lot more videos, but at the moment I've just been relaxing and spending time with my family and shopping, technically. Um, but yeah, so recently I have been obsessed with superheroes. I went to go watch The Amazing Spider-Man and I watched X-Men not too while ago, and it was right after the other as well. And in between, of course, I had to watch the other superhero movies. And well, I got around to thinking, and I have come into my closet and realized that I don't have anything superhero related, whether it's a shirt, whether it's a jumper, nothing, zilch, none. So I thought, because all of you guys are in America and in England and everywhere else but New Zealand and Australia for some apparent reason, which is quite sad. You guys are in your summer break at the moment, and I thought this would be a great DIY for you guys so that you guys could either use this as a way to get one of your days out of the way when you're bored, like don't know what to do, just DIY a shirt, or um, maybe you could use the cutout design that I have in the back as a reconstruction for one of your old t-shirts that you don't wear anymore and that you would spice it up a little. So I thought that this would be a great DIY for you guys to try out today, and I'm just going to stop talking, and literally it is so simple, so easy. It does take around 1.5 days, simply because you have to let the paint set overnight. But other than that, it's such a fun DIY. You could do it with your friends as a little craft project, and honestly, it's like my favorite shirt now. So I'm just gonna let you guys to it, and let's roll the video. So what you need to do for the first bit is lay your t-shirt out and flat on your floor. Now I thought it would be great to do it on carpet, but I found that it's really hard, so do it on a table or on tile floors or wooden floors, whatever your preference. And I decided to look up the Batman logo, and I will put a link to the exact picture that I used in the description box below. But of course you can always print out your pictures and use it as a stencil, but I decided to go with a Batman logo, which was from the 2012 Batman, I believe. So not the original one, but I still did use that one. And then what I did was I ruled a line straight down the middle of my front of the t-shirt with a ruler. Now I actually folded the t-shirt in half lengthways first before I did this, so that would help as well. Using that picture that I've just opened up on Google Images and drawing out my Batman. Now, I didn't have any ink left on my printer, and I thought that it would be easier for me to draw it as I do design, and I could also map out how big I want my Batman rather than the size that I will print it out, and especially if you print it out it takes up a lot more ink. So all I did was use that picture as a guide and then drew it out onto my shirt with a normal HB pencil, and as you can see it's not perfect and there are pencil lines that I wish I didn't have drawn because I did a lot of markings wrong, and I used an eraser and that usually did not work well. So that's what I did, and now all you want to do is grab your big plastic bag and put it underneath, and again, carpet was not the best idea for this, and especially if you guys are beginners and things like that, I'd rather you put the plastic in a much bigger surface area rather than a small place just underneath your t-shirt. And then grab your cardboard and put it in the middle in between your front and your back so that the paint does not go through. And all you need now is just grab your fabric paint and paint along. You can see here I've started to create a little smoky effect on the outer sections of my Batman. I thought that would look a little bit cooler than the normal design so I don't have to follow the lines. And now all you need to do is place your t-shirt in between, over the ironing board, so the ironing board is in between, and grab a normal A4 piece of paper and iron on top of the paper because you don't want to stick the iron onto your board. Now, I did a little bit, it didn't go as well as I thought, and I had a black mark at the back of my t-shirt because the cardboard that I put in between didn't cover up a hole. So what I decided to do is cut up the back, and all you need to do is fold your shirt in half lengthways, and then grab your pencil again and draw a triangle, which is half of a triangle on one side of your shirt. Now this will be a guide as to how long each of your strips are going to be for your string bits, for your cutouts. Now all you need to do is grab your fabric scissors and cut up as however thick each of your slits are going to be. Now I used, for each of my string pieces, I used a thumb width, which was actually quite a decent width because it's not too thin and it wasn't too thick. And so all you need to do is just cut along that triangle that you just made. Of course you can use a ruler, but I just winged it and did it freehand. And yeah, just keep on cutting along until you get to the bottom of your preference. You want to open up your shirt and lay it flat, and all you're going to do is grab the top string, pull it over the bottom string and pull the bottom string out through. So if I was to use numbers, you put string number 1 over string number 2 and pull string number 2 through the hole. And all you need to do is just keep doing that until you get down to the bottom, and that will give you a ladder-like effect. And I'm just doing it really slowly over here so that you can see what I'm doing. And I will fast forward it soon and show you the close-up version of what I've done. I totally forgot about this part, but halfway through doing that last bit about showing you how to pull the ladder through, I actually undid all of them and pulled the strings out first so they become a bit thinner. Now I ended up doing that, and then it kind of looked a little bit cooler, so I did that and then repeated the same process, and that was what you are about to see here. And then at the bottom I just tied a little knot in the middle and secured it so that they all won't fall apart, and then pushed each of the ladders that I did make onto the side so it becomes a little border. this point I decided to do a ladder going directly down the middle of my shirt. And to do this is very easy. It is how you did the first ladder, with bringing the first string over the second string and then pulling the second string through the hole. But this time you're going to twist your first string, pull it over the second string and pull that second string over and then do a twist. So exactly the same as you did before, but twisting it first before you go over the second string and pulling the string through. So here I'm just speeding up the process, and it literally just looks like rings in the middle of your shirt. And what's really cool about this, it actually kind of looks like a plait. And by the time you get down to the bottom, all you need to do is twist it and pull it through the second to last hole that you just made, and then pull it straight through and it will become a little knot. Now it is a little bit confusing and it is hard to explain, and then I just grabbed my scissors and cut the string in half and then tied it like they were two separate strings. And it's easier however you want to fasten it up, just as long as the strings don't fall apart in the end. This is the final product. So as you can see, my Batman there's on the front, and I'm quite like how it turned out actually, because the front, like after I took it out, the black didn't go all the way through, so in a way you can still see like the white bits through it, which makes it look a little bit vintagey and a little bit more like rustic and like all shady like it has on the outside. And the back, I'm really happy about that. Like I thought that because I did a triangle design on the back, it would make the loops a little bit longer and it will look a bit funny. But I liked how it turned out actually. Like it looks really cool, like especially when it's on. And you can always just stretch these to the side. And what I did in the video that I didn't show is that initially I had that bottom bit at there, like just underneath the string, and there was still a bit of t-shirt at the bottom. But it turned out that after stretching out the last bit of string, or the last bit of material, the bottom of the t-shirt drooped down and it looked a little bit weird, so I kind of cut it a little so that it is a semi t-shirt slash semi crop top, and which looks really nice actually. And then I cut the front off as well so that it's all the same length. And yeah, and what also I didn't do is that I actually changed the knot for the sides. I initially did not know how to do the knot, and I kind of just winged it and just tied it up in the middle, and what it did was that it went undone and it didn't want to hook onto the last loop. So what I did was I grabbed the strings and I tied it onto the side of the last loop, which actually has held it in longer, but I kept how I knotted the middle in there, which if you couldn't see was just a re-loop of the last one and pulled through. So yeah, so it's not that hard, and of course you can always sew it, fabric glue it together somehow, or add a little bow or anything like that just to make it a little bit more you. But I really like this. Like this is probably the most successful I've ever cut a shirt, and this is my first go, so I was quite happy about it. And well, the back of the design isn't like so revealing that you need to wear a singlet underneath or a bandeau or anything like that. I'm just going to wear my bra underneath it, and it would look really cool, especially if you wore black ones. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. I think I would have made the Batman a little bit more smaller because it's stretched out all across the front. But other than that, I am happy with it. I hope you guys are too. But so yeah, that is the end of my video. Please give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, comment below what you guys want me to DIY next. I also have another t-shirt DIY, which is also another black and white one and a cutout at the back. But it is a DIY One Direction concert t-shirt, and I will have a link to that down below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will do more DIYs soon, and I have many of them in my head. I just don't have the time to actually do them, and yeah, I will definitely get around to them, and I hope you guys liked it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!